Hi everyone, you're very welcome to this presentation. Today we're going to cover the Impressionist artist Pierre Auguste Renoir. So this is what the presentation will cover. So Renoir was born in France in 1841, and he was the only member of the Impressionist group who was born into a working class family. He worked for many years in a porcelain factory in Paris where he painted little tiny flowers onto china bone. And there's a picture of an example. He left the factory then to study in the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris. And from there, he went on to Marc Claire's studio. And this is where he met other Impressionist artists. Renoir was a close friend of Claude Monet, and himself and Claude Monet really pushed the boundaries of en plein air painting techniques. So Monet and Renoir's style were similar for a while, but Renoir's joy in painting women and children led him away from landscape painting, and Renoir also constantly amended his art practice. So he was the first Impressionist painter as well to break away from Impressionism and return to the salon. And Monet's subject in his paintings was of humanity, and particular women and children. So Le Moulin de la Guette by Renoir is a perfect example of Renoir's subject matter. His scenes of Parisian life in the 1820s have an almost immediate appeal to us as viewers, with the warm colours and the attractive subjects of the people in the paintings. So Le Moulin de la Guette was painted in 1876, and it shows a scene of open air dancing, and it's a complicated composition. So the composition starts, your eye is drawn just here, and you move across the people, and then your eye is drawn this way with the buildings in the background. So then you can see all the people dancing inside. So that's how your eye is drawn around the picture. That's the composition. And the paintwork focuses on light and movement. And you can see that just in here, the brush strokes give a sense of the people are moving and dancing. There's people talking. And it's beautifully handled in its impressionistic style with its pure colours and the gestural brushstrokes to emphasize movement and light. So this scene is very relaxed and very friendly, and Renoir painted his friends and family in a lot of his paintings. And this probably is what helped make it feel so relaxed. He knew all these people who he was painting. This lady here with the dog is Renoir's girlfriend and later became his wife. In the 1880s, Renoir was having very good success as a portrait painter, and this led him to become dissatisfied with the Impressionist style. So his dissatisfaction with the painting style arose after he went to Italy, where he was really impressed by Raphael's work, and he felt he had a lot to learn as an artist himself. He changed his approach to painting and made it more formal and solid, and this different style can be seen in this painting here, The Umbrellas in 1886, and this exact painting is housed in the National Gallery in London. And it's one of Renoir's most famous works, but it really clearly marks a transition between one style and another of Renoir as a painter. So the mixture of styles is a little bit upsetting it upsets the balance of the painting. The little girls on the right, just here, are painted in a very soft and feathery style, and then this is contrasted completely with the more solid forms of the other figures in the composition. And the sharp outlines of the umbrellas as well are new, don't match the Impressionist style. So there's a sharper definition and more blended brushstroke than his earlier style that was influenced with Impressionism. So every art history question asks you to illustrate your answer. So these are just some illustration tips that you can use. So your sketches should analyze the work of art or make a visual point. Your sketches must be labeled and annotated, always. And don't be afraid to state the obvious in your information. Don't be afraid to say, this color is blue and this color is red and is complementary. Use arrows for your annotations. And it does not have to be a work of art, but it has to be accurate and you're conveying as much information as you can. So here's an example of a time sketch that I did of the luncheon of the boating party. And first of all, I'm laying down some basic shapes of the composition and then going in with some further details. And then I would annotate my painting. So what information should you give with your illustrations? You should give the artist's name, the title of work, date, materials, the dimensions or scale if you can remember them, the layout, subject imagery and matter, and the art elements. So line, shape, balance, tone, pattern. So now we'll have a look at my sketch of the boating party and look at where we can put in some annotations. So the first annotation we'd put in would be the name, the date and the artist. The second might be our composition, and we might label where the open composition is created with the glances. So I might use a different pen. So they're glancing at each other. And then the railing separates the composition in two, giving an illusion of space. So includes still life, portraiture, and landscape. They have relaxed, natural poses, which invites the viewer to be part of the group. Source of natural light is here. And the thick impasto paint is a characteristic of Impressionism. And that's would be a final annotated sketch. So your task then is a challenge. So pick of one of Pierre Auguste Renoir's painting to sketch. Set your timer for 10 minutes. Complete your sketch of the painting in 10 minutes, and you must include annotations. So the materials you're required are pens, pencils, colouring pencils, sketchbook, art history hardback. And then your annotations can include a title, date, artist name, materials, additional information related to Impressionism or the art elements. And enjoy! Thank you for listening to this presentation.